The following is a presentation of TFNN. Live at TFNN, the Money Masters. And now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being here. It's a TGIF Friday, folks. Let's make it a great one. You get option expiration happening right now. You get the Dow down 37, Nasdaq's up 9, S&P's flat. Well, the cash is flat. The futures are down 550. Gold's up 29. You get silver up $1.25. Bonds are flat. And see what does happen. First off, a great show at 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
Absolutely,
Thank you,
man.
Thank you.
No doubt. And what happens, folks, is that the S&P futures expire on the open.
Yeah.
So when you have that, there's always volatility. Well, we've had volatility, period. But that was the volatility you saw at the beginning of the market. And bottom line, you know, on a daily, you come into these lows with lighter volume. On the weekly, now check out the weekly. The weekly's pretty intense. The weekly, folks, and what I did with the weekly, of course, because you only have 1 day left, is that you take the 4 days, you know, divide by 4, multiply by 5.
Yeah.
Bottom line is that you're coming in on the NYSE with 32% lighter volume, and the Nasdaq for 40%. That's not going to fly, folks, because the market's exhausted right now. It's like a long marathon run.
Yeah.
It's exhausted, coming back in this quick. Now, that's on a short-term basis, because now what we have a huge volume acceleration on the way down. You know, we'll bounce out of here, but, you know, bottom line is that it'll be back revisiting this area, and, you know, we'll see when it wants to come back, but it's going to come back.
And still the opportunity for a big bounce.
Oh, big time.
You know, you still got ABC patterns out here.
Yeah.
You know, and a chance to make a big bounce that, you know, will just, people won't know where it came from.
Well, exactly.
You know,
particularly.
What changed between last week and this week?
That's right. Particularly because it came back and tested this quick.
Yeah.
You know, because when you get a test, folks, that is very quick, it just exhausts the whole move, you know. And
that's what I was saying. I mean, on our way down, you know, it's been just a straight move down, if you will. I mean, there's, you know, even on the 60-minute chart, you know, it's not like there's any Gartley patterns or anything out there, you know. It's basically just a straight line retracement on the way down. Well, you know, and what was nice is, though, as we got close to the 618, 786 area, the candles started getting thinner. You know, the push between the bulls and the bear just started to really tighten up. And which is what you want to see.
Absolutely. And what I, you know, also look for at these intense lows, and when I say an intense low, just as Steve says, I'm expecting something bigger coming out of this than most folks think is going to happen.
Yeah.
And what you also get is a capitulation.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, folks, the bulls always think that markets should go up forever. And I saw a capitulation even inside the den today. I saw longer-term traders saying, "That's it, I'm done." And now the sickest,
beautiful.
Yeah, and it's pretty wild. Okay. And I don't, you know, but it's a shame, but that's what does happen. There's no doubt about it. And you know, that's just the way it goes. So
you know, look, I mean, you know, you, myself, we don't control the markets, and none of us control the markets,
right?
You know, but what I was trying to really get across to the folks in the morning show was, you know, if you absolutely just turned on the television or read the newspapers or listened to most of the radio, listen to most of what's out there, you'd freak out.
Yeah, right.
You know, it'd be nothing but fear.
Right.
But yet, you know, I listen to that stuff more of amusement. Mostly, I'll turn on the radio, my stereo, and just, you know, I got a great sound system in my car, so I got great tunes. I'd rather listen to that than a lot of the other stuff. But what's always great is you get in here, pull up the charts, take a look at where we're at, and then when you start seeing that we're coming up against a nice 618, 786 off a couple swings, you realize, hey, you know, maybe the world's not falling apart.
Right.
Maybe it's not as bad as everybody, you know. It's just kind of doing what it naturally should, just like you're saying.
No,
the market isn't going to go straight up. It's not going to go straight down. It's a breathing pattern, and it holds these levels. Why, we don't know.
And that's the hardest thing for folks to wrap their head around. You know what I heard this morning on CNBC? Now, this was really intriguing in the sense that what happens, folks, is that there's many things that are said factually that absolutely are not how markets move. And You know, you get Andrew Sorkin out there on CNBC now. You know, nice guy, writes great. He's a great writer. Bottom line, he doesn't know, and I can't wait because I mean, he's going to end up interviewing me, and I'm going to talk to him about it because what he came out with this morning. Well, first off, he wrote an article in the Times, and he was writing an article that this was about 6 weeks ago, and I'm surprised someone hasn't brought it up on CNBC against him at this point, because what it was about is that he was talking about traders that they don't do anything for the marketplace. And I'm saying to myself, this is about as sick as you get. Yeah, no, I swear to God, that's what the article was about. Now, the crazy thing about that, folks, okay, is the bottom line, he has no clue how much business and inside the financial business that traders actually push into the economy. You know, people can say that they don't do anything, they take money out. That's not the fact, okay? They put money into the economy on a continual basis. Now, this morning he comes out, so listen to this.
That's crazy.
This morning he comes out because you have, evidently there's another show there that they're blaming the computers for running everything and ruining everything, right?
Yeah, which is...
So listen to this. So they're talking, there was a guy on this morning that said we need the uptick rule back in, okay? So what the uptick rule is about, folks, is that you can't sell short unless you get an uptick. And so Sorkin jumps in and says, yeah, I'd be all over that because that'll stop the computers, right? Now picture this. This is absolutely factually wrong, okay? And this is what it is, folks. So the conversation is about that if you put an uptick rule in, you can't, the computers won't do it. Okay, now let me explain factually how the market works. You have a bid and you have the offer. So the bid is what someone, you know, is saying, I'll buy something for. The offer is what they're going to, you know, sell it for. Well, what ends up happening, folks, and, you know, before the uptick rule, this is what day traders always did, okay? This is without computers, okay? All you have to do, now we're in penny spreads, right? All you have to do simultaneously is fire a bid out there, you know, so put it up a penny.
Right.
Put it up a penny.
Right.
You know, turn around, do 100 shares at a penny, and do 10,000, and that's it.
Sure.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
So if you, let me just go over that again. So let's say a stock is $21.21 bid, $21.23 offered, right? What ends up happening, if the down tick is there, you supposedly can't sell. All you do is you turn it and you say, okay, I'll bid 100. I'll bid it up 100, and then you put the other side. So it's not even close. And the bummer, I guess, in that whole context is that people, they always want to blame something else, and I don't mind blaming something else if there's something behind it.
Sure,
but when it's factually wrong, and people, you know, believe it, it's like, oh my God, this is sick.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
And the show, you know, my personal opinion, the show has lost a lot. You know, with Carl going on to, I think he does the 9 o'clock or you know, it's just you know.
Well,
Sorkin's like you say, he's an okay guy, but he's
Kyle's the guy. No, Kyle is. They probably, I guess they had to push him out to make sure that the guys at 9 o'clock are going to be all right.
And I think they're testing him out for some of the other national stuff too, you know, as well.
Yeah.
And I don't. We'll see if Sorkin really is able to hang around. I don't see how their ratings are going to.
Well, what I do,
go up or what have you.
No, I'm with you. What I do like is that he's trying to get more business in there. I think that the mix of politics is getting a little intense in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
It's going from there to like Fox. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting how they put a handle on that.
Yeah.
Well, this morning, you know, anyway, you know, we'll see where that shakes out. But you know, we have a market here.
Oh, we do.
I mean, you know, it's going to be interesting. If we take a look at how they tested. So let's take a look at just, we'll go over the Qs, and I know you were mentioning when you were on the air, the S&Ps and the Qs, and that's exactly what they were doing. They were testing. And now watch this test, folks. This test is going to be on dramatically, like, you know, we're dealing today with 204 million, and you're at 21 million right now, you know. So that baby, it's just not there, you know. It's... and when this acceleration, this move that came down, it's exhausted.
Yeah. So, you know, what's this morning, okay, so, you know, it's kind of up pretty early, like most mornings.
Yeah, exactly.
Like most morning. And you know, and you had gold up, I don't know, $50 an ounce, whatever it was, you know,
right.
getting towards the $1,900 level.
Right.
But all the currencies were pretty much flat.
Okay.
You know, so
Yep.
I was like, you know, to me, that was a real disconnect. And
Yes.
and also even share with our listeners a little bit of a disconnect, because I said, you know, we've got some of the, you know, the greatest. If you folks are listening in, you know, this is a great peer group of people.
Right.
This is really, you know, it's a real good. I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about you. You know, everybody. And so my question that I posed was, how many of you are going out right now, liquidating stocks and putting it into gold?
Okay.
You know, that's kind of what I threw out. I mean, we're in the
Right.
business, so
Right.
we
Right.
kind of see what goes maybe on in the
Right.
internals, both on the wholesale,
Right.
retail market, or what have you. And so, you know, and it's why this fear factor, or what have you. And I said, if this is a whole group of traders,
yes,
I'll bet you, you know, it's a real small percentage of folks that are liquidating their cash and
yes.
and other equities,
right.
and actually putting it into physical gold right now.
Well,
and this whole group. So I'm saying, you know, I'm thinking that's what I see, if you will, in the physical marketplace for the most part.
Right.
I've got because I know, folks, a lot of folks in the gold wholesale business.
Right.
And nobody's wanting to hold it overnight.
No.
Okay.
No.
Nobody is wanting to hold it overnight with this volatility.
That's right.
Okay.
Oh, big time.
Especially up at these levels.
It's moving out, folks.
It's like a hot potato.
5 o'clock.
It's a hot potato.
It is a hot potato,
it's a velocity of cash. Yet it's supposedly it's the fear trade or what have you. You got the currency. So you know, if the currencies are relatively stable, where's the big crash coming from?
Right. That's right.
I mean, I understand sovereign governments. I understand people needing to. I understand a liquidity event when you got to pay your bills.
Right.
You know, you sell off some of those things. So I can visualize that piece of it.
Right. Well, you know, it's interesting.
But that's a sale.
Well,
when you've got a liquidity event,
that's right. That's a sale.
Then I want you guys to think of yourself as being the pawn shop.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, being the ones that are buying that, because those are folks that are willing to they have to liquidate.
That's right. That's right. That's right. The numbers, folks, came out yesterday. Now, the numbers, so check this out. I'm talking world numbers in the gold market now, right? And I'm sure, you know, if all the folks in the U.S., and you're probably going to be in shock with this number. Do you know that the demand in gold in the United States went down 17% year over year? Went down 17%, folks. The actual world demand went down. And the nominal terms, meaning if you take a look at the price, that did go up because the price went up.
Yeah.
The drivers right now are China and India.
Yeah.
India came back in being a driver. Jewelry went down dramatically. And what the numbers I'm giving you, folks, these are actual factual numbers.
Right.
These
come from the World Gold Council.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Now the ETF structure has gone down dramatically also. So that ETF structure is something you want to keep an eye on. The reason being is that is what is still pushing the price of gold. Now check this one. When we get back, I'm going to talk about this because you know these fund of funds? Well, check it out. The funds of funds in China, you know all they're doing? They're piling fees atop fees. The fund of China are only buying the GLD.
Are they?
This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. Dow's up 19, Nasdaq's up 19, S&Ps are up 6.5. We're going up, folks. We're going to be right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments and Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds, I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to DirectionFunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC. Are you looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks, and thanks for joining us. We really do appreciate being out here with you every morning, growling and prowling. And, folks, if you do enjoy the program, please tell 3 people. And make sure they know they can watch us each and every day on Tiger TV Channel 1. It's going to be interesting coming into the weekend here. 2 weeks that highly volatile. You come into what is unusual here, folks, is that it's very tough to come back on a Friday. Yeah. And that's in fact what has happened here. Overseas, what you have, you get the FTSE down 0.5% right now. The DAX, we just look at that for a second. That's
taking a pretty big comeback.
And what it's doing is that the DAX has been the weakest indice, folks. The DAX, bottom line, got back inside the range, and that's 55.02. And, that's saying that, okay, your weakest indice is back inside the range. The FTSE never got out of the range. We didn't get out of the range. And, bottom line is that's saying it's going to build some acceleration on the way up now. And it will be faster, as we said a little bit earlier than folks said.
I was talking about, the U.S., the consumers, us. Yeah. We're the lead dogs here,
Right.
And really, the world's looking to us.
Right.
Always does.
Oh, absolutely.
Always does. Always does in the end. And so on a Friday, we do close positive, especially after all the fear that was out there.
Right.
And then you got the entire weekend to rev up, and you got Asia opening up, you got Australia opening up.
That's right.
Korea has been crushed.
Right.
The last, you just get all that energy. What you would expect is actually a huge gap up in the U.S.
Okay.
Just like we had this morning.
No doubt. And folks, if you don't believe in the U.S., I'm phrasing that wrong. I know we all believe in the U.S., but you have all these Armageddon folks that out there like the dollar's going to be the end of the world, right? Let me tell you something, okay? And I know I am absolutely prejudiced to the point I can't stand Putin.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't
God.
stand this guy. This guy's a typical CIA, whatever their guy was over there. Bottom line. So picture this. This is another deal that what someone says versus what they do. So check this out. So he's been out there, you know, basically saying that we're parasites because of our debt problems, right?
Yeah.
So check it out.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a parasite, are you going to buy the debt or not buy the debt? Well, what do you think? Right? What do you think? Bottom line, folks, is that Russia, okay, has accelerated buying bonds by 1,600%. They have made money hand over fist. And you know what they buy, folks? U.S. bonds. And you know what they need to buy U.S. bonds? The good old U.S. dollar.
That's right.
So they can sit there all day long. Putin can sit there all day long and say one thing, but the bottom line is that they've accelerated their reserves. They've done it in U.S. dollars, you know. So it's pretty wild.
Yeah,
it really
absolutely,
is. You know?
absolutely. Yeah.
Let's go to Rick in British Columbia. Hey, Rick, what's going on?
How you doing today, guys?
We're doing great, man. What are you up to for the weekend?
Not too much. Just taking her easy, I think.
Yeah, taking her easy. Now, what's the weather like up in British Columbia right now?
You know, it's kind of weird. We go by what, you know, Toronto, Ontario weather, but
okay.
Like we have had, when we have a hot summer, which we had 2 years ago, we were up like 100 degrees. Keep in mind we're about 100 miles east as the crow flies from the tip of the Alaska Panhandle.
Okay, say that again. You're 100 miles east of the Alaska Panhandle. Okay.
Yeah, the bottom of Alaska.
Yeah, no, I understand. Okay.
We're in the coastal mountains. They run right up into Alaska, all the way down along the coast into Washington.
Yes.
We're in the mountains, but just in the mountains. Like on the east side, they start petering out, right?
Okay.
And we have had the worst summer, as far as weather goes, maybe in history.
Really?
The farmers, we only get one crop. We're a little northerly isolated. We do have 11 dairy farms in the valley that I live in. Like
now, was it too cold, Rick?
Rain.
Rain, okay.
Yeah, like we were getting 13 Celsius, so for every 5 Celsius is 9 Fahrenheit above 32. We had days where we were, like in July, where we were like 50 degrees.
Wow.
And
you better call Al Gore.
Well, Tom, where you lived up in Alaska, there's a place called Atlin. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's close to Alaska, close to Anchorage, but it's in BC. And a lot of placer mining going on up there, and they found tusks. That's saying that at one time, north of where I am,
right,
the weather was California Mexican weather.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I do.
It's amazing.
What Rick's talking about, folks, this is really so cool because, you know, if you get out in that wilderness, the tusk that they actually find, because they freeze, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
You're going back. You're going back a million years. You know.
You don't know. Yeah, you don't know.
Oh, hold on. We were around a million years ago. Were the dinosaurs around? You stay right there, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We got Rick from British Columbia. And you know what, folks? We want to hear from you. It's a beautiful thing. It's a TGIF Friday. Dow's up 75. Nasdaq's up 32. S&Ps are up 12. We're going to be right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
And it's my very great pleasure to announce our winner in the Great Panther Silver Coin Giveaway, Patricia Keith of Framingham, Massachusetts. Patricia, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Are you the kind of person that's lucky that wins a lot of things in life or not?
Yeah, I do.
You do? And what do you think you attribute this luck to? Is it good living or what?
Positive thinking, yeah.
That is the key. Did you ever think you would win the Great Panther Silver Coin?
No, I didn't, but I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And how long have you listened to TFNN?
Oh my gosh, 5 years.
Through Labor Day, TFNN will hold a drawing once a day, 5 days a week, business days only. One lucky entrant will receive one of these beautiful coins. Winning one of these extraordinary coins could not be easier. There's no contest and no gimmicks. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for more information. Win free silver all summer long during our Great Panther Silver Summer Silver Giveaway.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading in the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, as well as more than 35 different mining equities. For the low price of $150, you will receive 13 weeks of the Gold Report, or you can order up to a full year for under $500. If you'd like to find out more about the Gold Report, log on to TFNN.com, or for more information, call our office at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We appreciate you being here. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. And, market-wise, we'll see where this baby wants to go. But right now, you rejected the lows out there. We did it with dramatically lighter volume. Now, you did this, folks, on a daily number one, but on the weekly, it's more dramatic. On the weekly, you're talking about 32 and 40%.
Yeah.
So you get an exhaustion on the way down. We're talking with our man Rick from British Columbia. He has Al Gore coming up to British Columbia to make sure that everything's going to be okay. especially with the internet. So I know that he started the internet, too, so we want to make sure that your internet's all right up there.
Well, see, Tom, what's really interesting, I don't know if I mentioned that to you. We had 100-degree weather 2 years ago for 3 weeks to a month. Like,
wow.
We can get real hot weather, too. And what happens is when the Ontario, like when we're cold, they're hot. When they had record heat, and I think Eastern U.S. had a lot of record heat this year, right?
Yes, they did. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
So I will say, in 1988, I went placer mining, and the ice age. All I had to do was look at islands in the lakes, rivers that have dried up. Back in the day, there was huge water movement, which takes the gold out of the rock.
Yes.
I had a loader, another guy had a backhoe, another guy had some other pieces of equipment, and about a year ago, when I mined in '88, gold was at 450.
Okay.
Like you, I watched it trading at a low of 252, I believe it was.
Yes.
And I remember getting hooked up with you in the year 2000, and I remember gold trading at like 300.
Yes.
And then you're going, I think it can go to 330. It's got the volume.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
That's amazing. I know.
Oh, it was. But anyway, my son, all the fine gold we sold is, for fuel and stuff. Gold was at 450 at the time. Like I said, I hung on to it. And last year, I was extremely happy to sell it for $11.65 Canadian.
Yeah.
And now there's a guy just down the road, and older people, they got a community down that I visit once in a while, and he's got some gold he's got an ounce of loose gold and a few little nuggets.
Yeah.
Well, tell about Tiger Metal Exchange.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, how are we going to get it down there?
Federal Express.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Is that right, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. No problem.
Okay.
We got that trade agreement with you guys up there.
Yeah.
So, now, Rick, you should be out buying tickets for the home opener, October 6th, between, you got the Penguins coming up to visit you and the Vancouver Canuck game. You might see Sid the Kid.
Is that right, eh?
Yeah. Home
well,
opener.
Actually, I was just watching my cousin's boy. My son's out. He's 21. Now these athletes, they play. They're
have to.
Hockey players, when it was 3 months off, we're talking Bobby Orr days. Tom, you would know about that. They took 3 months off. That was it. Now they're going 12 months a year.
Yeah.
And my cousin's boy plays for the Canucks. Signed a 6-year contract for quite a bit.
Cool.
And they were just, he's working out pretty hard. And
good. Get him to get you some tickets to that home opener. It'll be a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. My son wants to go to that one.
Yeah, for sure. So you want to look at IBM?
Yeah, you know what? I think you guys might be a little bullish, a little too early. I think Monday week, like the S&Ps haven't tested the lows, and IBM has technically got an ABC structure down to that
151.
Yes.
Yep, absolutely, to close that gap. It's absolutely in play.
And I'm watching for GE to do a little doji today. If it does, it'll test its lows. So what I'm saying is, it looks like I haven't looked at the NASDAQ and NDX. I think you're right. It's tested the lows, but the S&Ps haven't yet. Right?
Well, let's see here. First, if you take a look at the E-mini contract, okay, the futures contract, what the S&Ps were doing was they were coming back and testing the 618 and 786 area of a swing. So that alone is a nice strong support area, and helps to create an ABC up. So you don't necessarily have to come back and test the actual, low, get into the lows. So, on the futures contract, that looked pretty good. On the index, I think we closed above the 618 yesterday.
Yeah, Rick, I see that we're going to bounce out of here. I mean, longer term, yeah, it will come back down, but
no question.
This market's exhausted. Not only that, it just what you have is that the bulls are throwing the towel in, and they don't sell it highs, they sell it lows, man. And
okay, well, we'll see Monday.
We will absolutely see it Monday.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real Money Masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650, but you get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry, or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we weighted that was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
TFNN introduces Tiger TV. Tiger TV brings you video content to help you succeed in the financial markets and beyond. Investors and traders can get in-depth information, news, commentary, and education for investing and trading equities, options, commodities, forex, futures, and more. Just go to TFNN.com and click Tiger TV and select your favorite channel from the carousel on the left. Grab a popcorn and get ready for Tiger TV, a great new service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien here. We get the Dow up 30, Nasdaq's up 20, S&Ps are up 6.5. And, you know, we were just talking hockey. Of course, we get hockey that is happening. But over in China, basketball.
Yeah, the Georgetown Hoyas, huh?
Now...
I'm going to give you a Hoya.
Let me tell you, folks. You know it's amazing. Now, you know what I'd like to see. The pictures, of course, in all our newspaper were the Chinese guys kicking the guy when he's down, right?
Okay.
So I'd like to see the other side. What are the pictures in China?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know what they are, and it's very well maybe there's not a couple of good cold claws out there. You know?
And folks, what we're talking about is Georgetown Hoyas were over in China, in Beijing, for something called the Goodwill Games.
Oh, my God. Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
the Goodwill Games.
The Goodwill Games.
Goodwill, all right.
Goodwill,
good luck.
Goodwill turned out into a brawl.
Right.
And then we've got our vice president, who was, I don't think he was at the game, but he's over there on a Goodwill mission. So, that's
wild, man.
Now, you know, as you know, I've kind of got this varied background. I was in the theme park business. So back in the sometime in the early 1990s, I was helping open up a portion of a theme park with a Chinese company that was building over there in the city where Sun Yat-sen was born, because I remember his house was over there. Anyways, the short story version of this is I met some guys from Australia that were over there.
Yes.
And these guys were putting their part of the park was to create this tethered hot air balloon. That was going to go up. You know, people could look out over. Well, became friends with these guys in the period of time that I was over there, and we took their hot air balloon and went hot air ballooning through the southern part of China. So we had a chase car, we got walkie-talkies and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, here's the cool thing. Now, in China, the cities over there are millions of people. I mean, you know, you got a lot of sparse land, but just millions of people. Now, we're fairly certain that nobody over there had seen hot air balloon, or most people had never seen a hot air balloon, maybe in a picture or something. So we're coming over these cities, and people are looking up. You know, you could see
the aliens are coming.
Oh, yeah. Now, we had to put it down because we could see how the wind direction where we were going.
Yes.
And there was going to be a spot that we would get to across the river that we weren't sure how the chase car could get over there. So we put it down. Now, we put this down in a school, field or what have you. So we come down, all these people, are running because they're seeing us come down. Now, who knows if they thought we were crashing or what have you.
That's amazing.
But here's the thing, because we're talking about basketball.
Yes.
There were 4 of us.
Okay.
And we ended up getting in a pickup basketball game against some other Chinese.
Really?
Yeah. Now, we didn't speak Chinese, they didn't speak English, but we ended up getting in a pickup basketball game.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, while we were waiting for the chase car to come grab us.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah, it was
you
really
gotta love it. Sports goes across the lines.
Yeah. So because one of the guys had a basketball, and I don't remember who signaled to him, to pass it to him, shot, and then the next thing you know, it breaks out into a little basketball game. Yeah.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Let's go up to Toronto. We speak with Michael. Hey, Michael, what's going on?
Yes, good morning there, Tom. How are you today?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
Surviving.
Surviving? No, you got to do better than that, man. Surviving's not where it's at, man.
Well, it's humid up here, okay? I'm not used to the humidity, so.
Come on down to Florida. We'll get you humid.
I've been down there. I've been down to the boardwalk at Fort Lauderdale. I know what it's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Fort Lauderdale. That's even more humid than here.
Oh. Anyhow, I'm compiling a long list of TSX Venture junior companies, which I believe are going to have a big washout over the next 2 or 3 months. Okay. And I really believe in your theme there about the housing bottoming in the next 6 months to a year.
Okay.
And particularly with the Ainsworth Lumber. And I'm looking at a rival to Ainsworth Lumber. It's called Ecom Timber, ticker symbol ETR on Bloomberg.
Okay, so I got it. ETR.
Yeah. I need a couple of questions I got to throw at you using the Bloomberg terminal. The first one is, what is the current tangible book value?
Let me see here. So, okay, so the price to sales is, book value is 20 cents.
20 cents.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the IPO price back in March of 2009. Could you go into the insider?
Let me just see. So you got... Okay, so it looks like you got what? They're doing $80 million a quarter. That's what they're doing. I mean, do these guys get what? $80 million a quarter is pretty good, actually. Right.
They just bought out Liskard Lumber's remaining third of their Elk Lake sawmill. Okay, basically, Ecom Timber.
Let me ask you something though. Okay. What type of timber do they sell?
Okay, they're basically Domtars, a former Eastern Canada Forest Products business, okay?
But explain to me, the first word you said was what?
They're Domtar. They basically is Domtar. Remember Domtar, D-O-M-T-A-R?
No, I'm not. No. Okay, what I have to know is this: what type of product do they sell? I understand it's
they're a rival of Ainsworth.
So you're talking about fabricated products?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, because Ainsworth is all about. Basically, what Ainsworth does,
OSB,
folks, is this.
OSB, it's OSB.
Well, no, it's more than... Yeah, it is OSB. Yeah. But what has happened is that they got a new product. They're using that OSB. Now, OSB has got so powerful that they're actually using it in place of steel. Wow. Yeah, the beams. What happens, folks, this is really interesting, is that what, you know, like... What has happened, and you know, if we go 30 years ago when they first started, yeah, you put it in wallboard and use all that. Now they've got it down to the point that you can actually use it as intertwined.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And that just happened with Ainsworth about 8 months ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're bidding on projects. I happen to know that. I don't know if they've gotten it yet, but that's what they're doing. But anyway, go ahead.
Ainsworth is really taking advantage of the Fukushima disaster. They have a Tokyo office. And they're aggressively going after business there in Fukushima.
Okay.
Okay. Just a coincidence there. Econ Timber just brought on a former board of director from Ainsworth, and I'd like you to take a look at the Bloomberg's insider selling and buying activity for me.
Now, are you pumping this stock?
No, I'm not. I'm looking to get in. I'm looking to get in on a capitulation sell-off.
I'm sorry?
I'm looking to get in on a capitulation sell-off.
A capitulation sell-off.
At 17 cents a share?
Wait, I think
how about a nickel?
He wants to get in at 5. I can see. If you look at it as a target TV, I can see where you want to get in at 5. I don't blame you. 5 cents.
But that's the thing is, can I get it? This thing had an IPO of 20 cents, plunged to less than a penny, and then rallied all the way up to $1.
Yeah, what a trip, man. Okay. So, let's see what we got here. So, you want to see... Well, I'll pull one of the... What I always like to do here, folks, the easiest one to pull all the time is the CFO. The CFO doesn't own anything. The CFO doesn't own a thing. So if we pull the CEO... Oh, this is pretty intense. The CEO doesn't own a thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. I wouldn't touch this baby.
No?
Looking, brother. Have a great one. Have a safe one. We're going to be coming right back.
Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 10,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the fourth quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York Stock Exchanges under the symbol GBG.
For some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today.
You've heard Bud Rolfs give his expert technical analysis of the stock market on the radio. Now you can have his superior trading advice and his best stock picks delivered right to your desktop every week with his newsletter, The Torch. Using his own trademarked Warpath trading system, Bud will help you to increase your odds of making and saving money in the markets with powerful stock selection, stock analysis, and trading plan strategies. Published every Monday morning, each issue of The Torch features full-color charts in an easy-to-follow format. You will also receive not only the big picture of what's going on in the major markets and critical sectors, but also featured stock picks with complete trading plans and technical setups, as well as the Subscribers Corner, where Bud analyzes stocks submitted by subscribers. Visit TFNN.com today and receive your 2-week free trial of The Torch. That's a $75 value. Sign up now and make sure you receive all the great market analysis and winning trade ideas in every action-packed issue of The Torch from Bud Rolfs.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, folks. It's the TGIF Friday. And don't forget, folks, if you do have any gold or silver that you would like to move out or buy, give our man Steve a call here.
Yeah, and we also have we have one of the Tosha bars. So it's about 960 ounces. Okay. And, waiting for the papers, authentic papers. Right. And we can sell that thing for about 50 grand.
Nice.
And, right. It's 400 years old. Right. Great condition. If you're looking for a piece of history.
And that came off of...
Mel Fisher's find.
Mel Fisher's
find.
Exactly. Yeah. Mel Fisher, folks, he has this... he found this off Key West, and he has a whole
museum and everything down there.
Yeah. And what happens? I've been in it a few times, and it's pretty wild because what ended up happening is that when gold wasn't that high, they never worried about it that much, okay? Because you walk in. But what did end up happening a couple years ago? Someone came in there, smashed the thing, grabbed it, and ran. I don't know if the guy ever got caught.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know the story. But can you imagine being a treasure hunter like that?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh yeah. Well, we were at Tommy and I when we got caught in Katrina. Yeah. We were there for our client.
Okay.
That was the folks that found the 50 million. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's why we were there. We were doing business there, and it was what was the name of that company? What? It was Odyssey Marine.
Okay.
And it was Odyssey Marine Day, and we were doing business there the prior night.
Yeah.
That's how we ended up in you know, they were opening their whole deal. And they brought us through, you should see their place, folks. They brought us through Tampa. That's where the headquarters are. And, you know, looking at computers, and as they're looking at computers, they have the ships out in the sea, and we're watching the bottom floor.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so they have these robots. They have these robots that are down.
Cool.
And we're watching it.
Cool.
And they brought us through the whole thing. It's really neat what they do. I mean, it's pretty incredible what they do.
That's using high tech to advantage,
they're big time high tech. They can, I forget how many miles they can do a day.
That? Crawl the floors.
Huge amounts of miles a day. They actually do. And they project it and bring it. What they do is this. The ship is the research vessel, of course, but the work is done right in Tampa. So as they're going across, it's kind of like Central Command. You know, the drones get shot out of here.
Yeah.
What ends up happening there is that they're on the computers in Tampa, and then when they see something, they don't have the ship stop then.
Right.
They have the ship keep going.
Okay, because they got a mark. They
got the mark. They got the mark. Then they go back and say, okay, they have all these old papers there. You should see how many. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of years old. All these maps. They pull them out and say, okay, that's one. That's one. It really is neat.
Very cool business.
Let's go to Ken in Iowa. Hey, Ken. Good morning. How you doing, man?
Good morning. Doing fine.
How you been?
You guys sound good.
Thank you.
We appreciate you being with us, man.
I appreciate being there. Would you take a look at TBT, see if it's an entry point anywhere in there?
TBT. Let's take a look at this. This is the, of course, the ProShare 200% inverse correlation of the 20-year bond. So let's go over and just look at the 30-year bond for a second. You know, I just used the 30 because what you have is this. You have 226,000 contracts right now. That little baby got over the highs of 139.07. You know, that's 600,000. What we did out there yesterday was 488. I'd give it another day, man. You know, it's going to get tested again.
Yeah, and it's got a
look at that.
It's got a butterfly pattern.
And
you know, right at 142. I mean, it's hard to believe. But we were talking about that when it was at 131.
Yeah.
133.
And folks, Steve got this up. It's at 142.15, which is a monster move still.
Yeah.
Because that's still 2 more points over, a point and a half over its high from yesterday.
Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. We got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next, and then Nico's going to keep you healthy. And, of course, this afternoon, we're going to be back at 4 this afternoon.
Take care, folks. Have a great weekend.
Have a safe one. Bye-bye.
Put the power of the Chapman Wave methodology to work for you, no matter